Your mind is such a powerful thing. It replays conversations that you have with people. Inside your mind is a series of voices, some from yourself, others are echoes from people who speak into your life. And there's nothing worse than toxic people. Toxic people equal toxic thoughts. And poor mental health will destroy your life. It will cause stress. And you always need to focus on your mental health the same way you focus on your physical health. I often talk about going to Planet Fitness, working out. I lost 200 pounds. I put that same energy and effort into my mental health. And part of that is eliminating toxic people. Good to see everyone on the live chat. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the good people that are in here. Thank you. Three things that you can do to identify a toxic person. Very important. Number one is they gossip. Someone who gossips is a very toxic person. It's not cute. It's not funny. I don't care if it's someone at the beauty salon or, someone you talk to in your family or someone online who has a channel dedicated to other people. A gossip is someone who directs their energy, their time, and their attention to tear someone else down. Because gossip is never an encouraging word about someone else. Gossip always has a negative tone, negative words, negative thoughts. Negative is toxic, okay? As a whole bunch of negativity aimed at someone else. And I often say that self-care is a full-time job. So their negative energy going into other people instead of taking care of themselves is now in your mind. Gandhi had a quote, "I'll never let someone walk through my mind with their dirty feet." Toxic people, when in your life and when you don't remove them from your life, their thoughts now circulate in your mind, and now you're mentally unhealthy. And when you're unhealthy, when you're in a toxic environment, you die. You often see billboards, especially if you work in construction, hazardous material, because there's certain things that are toxic. And that if you're around them long enough, you will hurt yourself to the point of almost death. And a gossip is a toxic person. It's not cute. They're not a liberator. They're not exposing anything other than a malicious heart. Immediately remove the toxic person. A gossiper is dangerous, man. Even in the Bible, they talked about that, how a gossiper was harmful to your well-being. Number two is drama. Drama's not cute. It's not funny. I joke around it. Different people like drama. But drama is unproductive energy. It's like a sugar high. Unproductive energy. Just like, a sugar cone or whatever. And I know we all like our sugar rush. But it's a bunch of it has no nutrients in it. And if someone likes drama, they do not value peace and serenity. And if your mind isn't at peace, you don't go forward in life. You damn sure don't do something great. You become average to below average, and now you are toxic yourself. Because drama cannot come in your life without you allowing it and permitting it. Sometimes I look at who someone else has in their life. I look at what they allow on their channel. My wife is a freak. And if it's not good, can't do it. Can't do it. The third thing is oxygen. What goes along kind of like what you allow and what you breathe in. What environment you put yourself in. As an adult, you have to decide, who's in your space. And I take that serious. good or bad. And for me, I got no problem to say that, that's not going to, be good for me. Some people need the drama, they need the gossip, like oxygen to survive, to keep the negative spirit alive. Not me. I don't value the drama, it doesn't excite me. I value peace. And I don't value gossip because I really don't care what other people are doing. I'm focused on myself. So I look at who's a gossip, who likes drama, and then who allows it in their life, because they keep that oxygen of that negative energy, that toxic energy in their life, and I don't like it. I often say that you got to be willing to walk a level of your journey alone, because sometimes there's just not positive people in your life, and there's a lot of times I had to cut negative people out of my life. It did destroy your life, man. I've seen a lot of good people destroy their life, man. And I think about it. I thought, man, this person was smart. They were nice. No one's perfect. But I say a big part of their downfall was toxic people. And the buck has to stop with you. Because as an adult, you just can't let those people in your life. And that's what I learned from me. And I had friends or family members that just kept participating in it. Kept the oxygen out there. For whatever reason, codependency, relying on someone emotionally or financially, it takes two to tango. A lot of times people sing me a sad story because like they know like I try to be fair in my evaluation. I try not to take favorites. And so they want me to like to say, Sam, what do you think about this or that? And I listen, I try to give, decent advice. But often my answer is it takes two to tango, So, because you kind of know who people are. It's really not a surprise. At the end, you get pissed because someone burnt you, but you knew they were a disaster when you met them. I mean, even for me, I look at my own failures in life. I knew who I was getting involved with. And, you got to take accountability for your life. And you got to remove toxic people, man. Not good for you, man. And that's it. That I think those general things will guide you, keep you right, direct your path, keep you focused. People around you matter, man, big time. Let's read the live comments. Let me take a hydration break. Good to see everyone, man. I appreciate too. If the videos help you in some way, click the thumbs up button, share the video. Backwoods, good to see you, man. How's everything? How's everything going in Northwest, man? Good time of year to be up there, right? Weather's good. I still like it in Florida. I like it hot. It was a hot one today, but it was nice. And I was by the ocean, and I was very thankful. But I'm glad that you're getting some good weather, brother. And like I say, Backwoods, I believe in you, man. You got a good attitude. A lot to be said for attitude, man. And you're a smart guy, man. So, don't waste your talent. Don't waste what you have to offer on, people who don't think highly of you. A lot of times in life, you have friends that claim they love you or they like you or we're cool. But when someone thinks highly of you, they don't want to see you live below your potential. They don't want to dumb you down. They don't want to pass the blunt. They want to say, look, some of the best people said like, to me, they said, Sam, you can do better than that. I'll never forget, I was like 12 or 13 years old, I was hanging out, maybe even younger. I was hanging out in a bad neighborhood. It was not bad people, but just caught up. And I remember I went to someone's door to my friend's sister, and I was drinking and smoking, and I wanted to show that, I was old, I was tough. And so I went up to her, and I said, or someone introduced me to her, and he goes, oh, that's Sam, that's da-da-da. And, he's like whatever I was, I don't know, 11 years old, whatever, something young. He's like, oh, he drinks and smokes. And I was like, I was proud, that I was drinking and smoking. And I'll never forget the look she gave me. I've shared the story before, but she gave me a look, like, not of judgment, but of like, you're better than that. Don't let people Don't let people build you up the wrong way. Don't let toxic people tell you that smoking and drinking is good and that makes you cool. And that's what I was doing. And I was trying to prove myself to certain people, like I say, you're never going to be able to prove yourself to. And they're not bad people. I look back, some were just good people. They were just caught up too. And they didn't want to step out of their circle and walk alone. Surround yourself with toxic people. That energy gets into you, man. And so that's what I tell you, Backwoods. You got everything it takes, man. You got a good attitude, you got a smart mind, you're willing to work. That's what you need in life to push forward, man. Because a better life don't just come to you. You're going to have to put in some work. You're going to have to go after it. And, so just keep doing you, man. Journey with Jordan, what's up, man? How's Tennessee, man? Everything good? Good. Keelan, hey, what's going on? Backwoods, hey, Sammy, what's up, man? Backwoods, glad to see you live. It's good to have you, man. It's good to have good people, man. And I'm very thankful. 8833, hey, man, what's up? How you doing? Good to see you, man. All right, now. Jero, what's up, man? I'm not toxic. Love you, buddy. Well, I love you, too. Hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man. Brandon, hey, Brandon. Hitting close to home tonight. Well, good. I'm glad if it can. Uh-oh. My finger's hitting too close to home. But I'm glad if it can. Look, it's just, we all go through the same things in life, just our own way. So, when I think about the topics for the nightly live chat, it's not something like I'm like orchestrated, right? I just think about life, what I'm going through or what I've been through. I write it down on my phone. I often tell you guys that, if you want to have a channel, write the creative wave of ideas. When you have a creative wave of ideas, write them down in your phone so that later on, when that creative wave is gone, you have a structure to base your video off of. Because that's a lot of times people have a struggle being consistent because they're running out of ideas. You're not running out of ideas. You're not documenting your creativity. Creativity comes in waves. So you document it and you harness it for later. You can still change your mind, but at least you have some things to go off of. And then sometimes, life just happens. You scrap the plan and then you just freestyle. Sometimes I do that too. But you have to have some structure to your creativity. You can't just say I'm an artist and then just paint blindly, right? You have to have a canvas. You have to have a structure. You have to know how to present it. And that's all part of like evolving, and putting it into a digestible. Your creativity has to be structured somewhat so people can digest it. Because if you're just all over the place, like it's just nervous energy and people can't process it. So, just remember that, when you guys are doing channels out there. Backwoods, all love, man. Appreciate that again. Ron, what's up, man? How are you, Ron? Good to see you, brother. A lot of the toxic behavior comes from people doing jobs they hate for money, and over time get bitter and resentful and take it out on everyone else. I agree. And again, that's where it starts with self-accountability. Because if your bills are too high, okay, you have to cut your bills. If you're dependent on someone else financially, I saw two people today, homeless people, one girl, one guy. They were arguing and they were both going back and forth with each other, but they ended up back together. Now, I'm sure they depend on each other for their resources, and maybe they're strung out, maybe they're not. I don't know. Don't care. It's not my business. I don't gossip about them. But I'm saying the example is you have to own your life, and you have to say, all right, here's my plan, here's my budget. Your life is a business plan. You got to have a budget for it. And if you don't know anything about money, just say you need at least $2,000 a month in income, minimum, to not be in poverty. And so from there, you got to figure out a budget. And then you got to figure out a job. You got to be willing to work. And you basically going to need to make $15 or more an hour to get over that $2,000 a month. And you can do a couple side hustles. You could do DoorDash on the side. You could work a $10 an hour job and you can make it. But your dream's not going to happen without work. Now, after you work and you put in your dues and you save and you got side hustles, then you can dial it back. Just like, losing weight, you can start off gently, but sometimes you got to get a little extreme and then you can dial it back. So, I've been there. Look, I've worked jobs I hate, but I'm telling you right now, if I didn't work jobs I hated, worked for people I hated, I would never advance my career. And so I always tell you guys, don't let anyone mess up your money. What I'm telling you is what I told myself, and that's how I built my career. I know a lot of people, they quit their job because of couldn't deal with people or couldn't deal with the thing. And you know what they did? They screwed their own life up. You don't prove anything by quitting your job. You just hurt yourself. So I tell people that not because I want to hurt them, not because I want to see people work hard. Look, I like to see everyone just do them. I don't really care. But I'm trying to tell you what I tell myself. Until you're in a position of power and strength with your finances, do what you need to do to keep making money. And when times are good, that's when you get side hustles. Sometimes people ask me, like, why do I do YouTube? Why do I do this? Because I'm trying to build up side revenue while times are good so that I can leverage that and I'm not just stranded, because I've been there when I'm laid off and I know other sources of income. And you know what? Sucks. And that's how you get right back behind the eight ball, right back at zero. So when times are good, that's when you apply for a better job. Okay. So if you're doing good at a job right now and you're paying off, apply for a better job. Get uncomfortable. Be willing to change your whole company, your whole boss system, and do side hustles. I'm not trying to say work yourself to death, because you got to enjoy life, right? I believe in that. But what I'm trying to tell you too, part of life is you have to do some jobs you don't like. Okay? The longer you put that off, the longer you're going to be working for minimum wage your entire life. Okay. Two is you're going to have to learn to leverage when times are good. Apply for better jobs when you have a decent job, okay? Because that's the best time to get a job, because then you have power, you have strength. When you're desperate for a job, you have to take anything. You have no power, no strength. And that's all part of growing yourself and your career, okay? And you're not just playing like destitute. Like I know a lot of people, they just play that destitute card, and, not good. But I'm just sharing that, so let's continue. Good job. Good to see you, Ron. Journey with Jordan. Drama and gossip are for people that don't want to shift the attention off what a disaster their own life is. I agree, that's good evaluation. It's a coping mechanism. Well, that's actually a good insight, brother. Good job. You're very insightful, man. You're a teacher. Gina, what's up, man? I like that tidal wave emoji. I was fully submerged in Atlantic Ocean today. Good to see you, man. How are you? I feel good. I'm very thankful. Look, like I say, I recognize that life could be a disaster, and I don't try to lie about it, but I try to remain thankful. I try to stay positive, and I remove anyone that isn't on that same wavelength. We don't have to be the same. We could disagree a little bit on certain things, but bottom line is, if you're toxic for me, okay, it doesn't have to be that they're evil, but it's for me. It's my life, okay? Just like it's for you, it's for your life. If I evaluate based on my opinion that someone is toxic for me, I have the right, just like you have the right, to remove them without any conversation, without any justification, without any warning, okay? You are not a democracy. Your life is a dictatorship. You're a dictator, okay? And as long as what you're doing is not hurting someone, you can remove them from your life. They say, oh, you hurt me, but you cut me off. Hey, I had to do what's healthy for me. If someone ever says that to you, you say, I have to do what's healthy for me. So if you cut someone off and someone said that wasn't right, you just cut me off. You say, I had to do what's healthy for me. If they can't respect that, they're toxic. They're toxic. And like I always tell you guys, codependency is toxicity. Okay. I want you guys to get this tonight, guys. Okay. Because if one day I'm never on YouTube, these are the main things that you're going to realize in life. Like, how to set your car up, how to go camping, that's all fine. But these are the things, guys and girls, these are the things that you need to keep focused. Because if you don't, the negative people, their thoughts circulate in your mind, okay? And they totally destroy your confidence. If you don't have confidence, guys, you ain't going anywhere in this world. Because if you think you don't need a full steam of mental health in the morning and during the day and during your life to get through this thing and to do good and to enjoy yourself, you're out of your mind, literally. And you probably, because you're hanging out with other people who are out of their mind, literally. Okay. And I don't care even if some people have mental issues, okay? I'm not a punching bag for you, okay? Because I've known family members that have mental issues, okay? And they were great people, positive people. And I know people that had mental issues told disrespectful. I'm not going to put up with that. Just like we don't put up with someone doing a school shooting because they have mental issues, right? They still get locked up. You shouldn't put up with someone dumping negativity in their mind, even if they say they have a disability. They should go into a home. They should do what they have to do. But you have to protect your sovereignty, guys. This is serious. All right, let's not forget this. All right, good job. Backwards. Thank you, Sammy, for your wisdom tonight. Yeah, so far, inspirational word, brother. I appreciate that positive word, backwards. I'm pretty quick on the notification most days, and I appreciate that, man. I appreciate the love. I don't take it for granted. I can tell the positive people, and I appreciate that, man. Kerry, what's up, man? Hey there. Good to see you, Kerry. Isaac, what's up, brother? What's up, bro? Hope all is well. I hope all is well with you, too. Isaac's a rapper. I appreciate him. I respect him. He's got a challenge trying to start. Now, he did a little political video. He said Republican versus Democrat, and you lean Republican. I'm not mad at you, okay? Because I'm not in favor of any one party. But let's be honest. I mean, he's from Ohio. Ohio, I think, is 90% white. And it has a lower salary base than Baltimore. Okay, Trump just called Baltimore basically a disaster zone. Okay, Ohio on average has a higher level of poverty. Okay, and they tend to be a little bit more conservative. So don't let look, Republicans and Democrats both a disaster. Okay, but one is the welfare state. It's mainly white people who are on welfare in America. Okay, and it's not a conservative thing, guys. It's not That it's the fact that, look, some of the poorest states in the United States of America are conservative Republican ran. Look it up. I did a post on it. The top 10 poorest states in the United States of America are southern Republican conservative states for the most part. Okay, Tennessee was on that list. Journey with Jordan. Nevada was number 2. Doug. Okay, I think number 1 was Alabama, Mississippi. Baltimore wasn't on it. Maryland, Baltimore. Look, Baltimore inner city has bad parts, but guys, a lot of big money there too. Okay, just because it got a couple, bad area. Chicago's got bad area, but you know what? It's got a lot of money, a lot of jobs in Chicago. New York City, where Trump is from. Trump's not from Alabama. Big money. Okay, the biggest liberal states, New York and California, make the most money. That's the truth. Now, again, I'm not a full-blown Democrat, but what I'm trying to tell you is don't be misled by New York City Trump, okay, who made his billions in New York City, not in anywhere else, that, liberal welfare is killing the country. Not true. Okay? Not true. Factual, not true. Because Tennessee, Alabama, Nevada, New Mexico, total disasters. Okay, that's truth. All right, good job. Dennis, hey Sam, good to see you. The thing I appreciate most for having been in a toxic relationship is that I can recognize all the elements, my own included, good job, good self-evaluation, which can result in a bad situation. Peace. Well, Dennis, I'm not going to add to that comment. I think it was a well-said comment. Peace to you, brother. 8833. Life's been tough. Just got to keep pushing, working hard, and enjoying what you like to do. I totally agree with that. And most of the time in life, what I've discovered is your passion is not going to pay the full-time bills. YouTube does not pay the full-time bills if you did art, if you did whatever, but you do it. Because if you don't use your creativity, you're dying in life. So do it as a side hustle and make your money in whatever way you got to make it until one day, maybe if it can become full-time, great. And if it doesn't, you lived a full life. You did your side hustle and you worked, you supported yourself, you lived a good life. Okay. So, that's true. Backwards. Everything is good, Sam. Weather is beautiful here. Well, I like to hear that. Showing some love. Later for the toxic individuals, just dead weight. Well, I totally agree. Not just dead weight. Not just dead weight. There's secondhand smoke. Okay. So dead weight is just by itself dead. Okay. Toxic is not only does it kill itself, but it kills everything around its circumference. Okay. You get secondhand smoke. It's not just the smoker who's killing them. It's everyone within that area. Okay, that's a toxic person. Toxic person doesn't just kill themselves. They're not just dead weight. They're like basically radiation. Okay, they're radiating. They're toxic. Literally, they're killing their surrounding environment. And that's real talk. That's real as it gets, Gina. As I get older, I feel like days are passing fast. Well, it's true, they are. Do you have that feeling, Sam? I do, but I enjoy each day. I make the most of it. And if you live life the right day, 80 years is long enough. 80 years is the average life expectancy. And sometimes I feel like this shit dragging out. I remember when I lost weight, and someone said to me, Sam, you just added 10 years to your life. And he said that, and I looked at him like, I don't know if I wanted to do that. Because for me, I'm not like one of these people that want to live to 120. I don't have a death wish. I don't want to suffer because I've been in the hospital and I felt close to death and it's scary. But if you live the right way, 80 years is enough in this world. Okay, good job. Journey with Jordan. I went on a first date with a girl that gossiped the whole time. She's a disaster. If any girl drives an Audi, she's a disaster. I already told you about the leopard skin, but if she drives an Audi, I'm sorry about all my girls who drive an Audi. It's a total disaster. Move on with your life. All right, let's continue to read. I saw the red flags yet, but I still went for second date. That's what happens. That lust. That's why I always tell you guys, masturbate before you go on a second date. Partially my fault. Did a good job taking accountability for the total disaster. Yes, it takes two to tango. So every time someone tells me a sad luck story about how some other person manipulated them, I let them finish their spiel. Then I say, all right, now let me tell you this. It takes two to tango. Okay. And all you got to do is change your number and never allow them back in your life. Jody, good to see you. I'm going to get to you. Ron. If you have toxic people in your family, love them from a distance. Spend time away from them and introduce them back in a little bit. If you feel terrible after dealing with them, stay away from them. Yeah, do what you want. Thank you for sharing. Never introduce toxicity back in your life. Everyone should do what they want, but people pretty much show you their true colors. Every time you let them back in your life, you're going to regret it. I've never heard, this is me personally, everyone should do whatever they want. I've never heard of someone cutting off a toxic person, then letting them back in their life, and then it ending good. It always ended bad when they let them re-enter their life. Everyone should do what they want. That's my opinion. Good job. Journey with Jordan. True story. Had to learn that lesson the hard way. We all did. Just play the game, guys. Don't be too prideful, overestimating your own value. Damn it, Journey with Jordan. He's talking about work, guys. Journey with Jordan. Good comment. Do what you got to do. Play the game of life. In your job, you're not always going to agree with the situation, but as long as you're not being asked to do something unethical, do what you need to do. Sometimes you got to keep your mouth shut. Make that money. Don't let anyone mess up your money, including yourself. Don't let anyone mess up your money, including yourself. Good job. Liz D, trying to backpedal from a friend who gossips. Don't backpedal. You got the wrong adjective. You should basically say, put up a wall. Well, not even put up a wall. Just totally disintegrate them. Meaning, change your phone number, and no one should be given your new phone number other than truly people that you feel are healthy for you. Healthy for you. Healthy for you. That's the key word. What's healthy? What's unhealthy? So you don't backpedal from a toxic friend. You let them know, or you don't let them know anything. You change your phone number. Until you do that, I love you, Liz. That Corrado is going to be parked in neutral your entire life. Liz has got the best RV right now on the market for a single person. She's got a Corrado. She's an intelligent woman because I heard her talk. She understands how to articulate herself. You know what's holding Liz back? People. Toxic people. That's it. I just solved your life right now. You want me to save you therapy? I just saved your therapy. Toxic people are destroying your life, but guess who's accountable for that? You, because you're an adult, Liz. I love you all my heart. You've been a blessing to me. I'm going to bless you right now. You're an adult. You have to take accountability. Anytime you let a toxic person in your life, you give them oxygen. Guys, toxic people can't survive without oxygen. And it's up to you. If you allow them in your circle, you just gave them oxygen. Okay. What's keeping you from living your dream? It ain't your vehicle. You got the Corrado. It ain't your mind. I see you're a very intelligent woman. It's your confidence. Why do you have low confidence? Because you got toxic people circulating in your mind, speaking down to you. Huh, what a disaster. Liz, I speak confidence to you. Gas up that damn Corrado and get the hell out of Dodge. All right, I love you. Let's take hydration. I was looking at a Corrado today. I may do an RV review on a night. They got a 2019. They got a separate loft. I may do that. We'll see. Ross. Hey, Ross. Hey, Sam. Hope your day was going well. Thank you, Ross. Always good to see you. I love the profile picture with a lot of colors. Shout out to Florida. You're in the house. Journey with Jordan. That's why we need Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey can be good. I love for Dave. Jody. Howdy, friend. Hello to you. You are who you surround yourself with. Well, I agree. Jody's got a very positive channel. She just did some car camping. She's going to make a big announcement in September. And she got a tiny house. And she's living her best life. You're a very intelligent woman, too. I hear you talk. We all have issues. And I know you talked about, like, past boyfriends and stuff like that. And I know you watched that, like, romantic comedy when you were camping, but I'm not mad at you because why? You're just doing you. And you were enjoying yourself, and I like to see that. But, Jody, just keep doing you. Yeah, I really don't need to tell you much. I heard you talk stuff out. You understand what you need to do. Journey with Jordan. She didn't drive an Audi. Well, they weren't out yet. But she was a nurse. Oh, well, that was a second red flag. I didn't know about that rule. You didn't met me yet, so that's all right. You didn't know about that. We'll forgive you. Pat. Hey, Sam. What's up, Pat? All right, guys and girls. You know what? I think I just gave you a full-blown dose of inspiration. And am I going to drag it out? No. Why? Because you never drag out what doesn't need to be dragged out, because you totally water down the inspiration for yourself and for others. Just move on with your life, guys. As quick as it starts, as quick as it ends. Never drag it out. Journey with Jordan, thank you for that, brother. Ron, the old saying still holds true. You show me your friends, and I'll show you your future. Yep. And what I tell you is, your friends, you can count on one finger. And sometimes, they're like this, okay? So, guys, be willing to walk alone, okay? You got to take accountability for your life. We all love to you, Pat. Love to you, Air Mob. Shout out to NYC. Keep pushing forward, guys. You got the message. Peace and love.